Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing well. It's good to see you guys. Sorry we're starting the show a bit late tonight, but the power only came on now. We got PJ Cruikshank in the house. How are you doing, sir?
Not bad. Jesus is still flat, and the earth still loves us.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm all good. All good, man.
That's good. I'm glad you could make it. Thank you for joining. I know it's a late show for you as well. So,
No problem.
but I mean, you got a lot of time on your hands.
I have. No
So,
misses anymore.
oh, and I mean, you do get tired of playing PlayStation or Xbox all the time.
Yeah, well, that as well. That as well.
At least you got fishing to keep you company.
That is it. That's true. That's true. Even though the past twice I went out, I caught nothing.
But that's the
My
thing
mate
about
blind
fishing.
sleeping at the minute. He got four roach and one carp. I was like, and I didn't. I got three bites. That was it. Oh, it's sometimes like that though, fishing. You can sit and watch someone catch 20 fish and you don't even get a bite, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And then you can get the guy next to you getting like 20 fish while you get one maybe, if you're lucky. And you got exactly the same bait, same rods, everything.
I told you someone would say I'm loud. Flat-side much quieter than PJ.
Maybe you just
Then
maybe you have to just sit a bit further away from your phone. I don't know.
yeah, I'm pushing the phone a bit further away from me.
Maybe. Okay, so we say hi to everybody in chat. It's good to see you. We got PJ Cruikshank, obviously. Better Than Gold. Good to see you, mate. Zamia Palaska. Good to see you. I'm great to see some new faces. YouTube, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Alan Norstrand, great to see you. Timothy Southwick, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Moxie, always good to see you too. Richard G, hello. Ben Arthur, good to see you. Arwen, thank you for coming. Glad you guys can make it. So, and Professor Harvester, thank you for coming. So yeah, guys, the thing with the sound, it was Discord. It was changing my levels. So someone sent me the right things. I could change my settings, and it's figured it out. So that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. So tonight, I have a guy. I have his log. Sound is off. Hey Dala, good to see you. Title Long, good to see you. Willem Brackley, hello. Gary Wymaker, good to see you as well. I don't know what he means sound is off. Okay. Well, I think the sound's probably fine because no one else is moaning. Alan, if you can tell me what you mean with sound is off. And Mojo Shop, good to see you as well. Okay, so anyway, this is a channel. He's only got like 53 subscribers, by the way. But I do admire his editing skills. I haven't really listened to the arguments because I was quickly setting it up to before the power went off. So, are you ready, PJ?
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, so this is Flat Earth versus Round Earth, separating fact from fiction and the universe. Ooh, sounds exciting. Let's do this.
Have you ever wondered how the Earth is spherical?
No.
Do you know that in the past, many people believed that the Earth was flat?
It still is. I'm going to point that out.
In this video, we will explore the reasons and proofs of the Earth's sphericity and challenge old beliefs. Get ready to discover scientific attractions about the Earth. Flat Earthism is promoted by organizations and individuals who, contrary to centuries of scientific consensus, believe that the Earth is flat while...
First of all, he's showing this straw man model. I don't know if you just saw he had like a light source kind of lamp thing on both sides. And he's saying scientific consensus. Science is not consensus. So he's already got a category error there. Hey, man, good to see you. Thank you for coming, mate. So, yeah. Already stating scientific consensus shows that I think this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But we'll go on. I hope this sounds okay for you guys. Please hit a 1 in chat if you say it's okay, or 2 if it's just not to your standards.
Denying that the Earth is spherical. Beliefs of the flat Earth are pseudoscience, and hypotheses and claims are not based on scientific knowledge.
Whoa. He's calling flat Earth pseudoscientific. When has flat Earth ever claimed to be scientific?
Exactly.
Harrow Zero Skip, thank you for coming. The thing is, the globe Earth is claimed to be scientific, yet we can't get any actual scientific hypothesis for the globe. Shape is not science, guys. Thank you, Television. Thank you for answering. Shape is not science. So if anybody claims a shape is scientific, aka the globe model, then you must show us science, yet you cannot. Because how do you manipulate Earth?
Mm.
Shape is not science, guys. You can't manipulate shape. Oh, it's crazy.
Flat earthers are classified as science deniers by philosophers and physicists.
Yeah, because they don't want the truth to come out, obviously. Because if you have a belief system that's challenged and people go against your contradict your belief system, then you're going to call them pseudoscience and science deniers. But how can we be science deniers if it's not us that's having pseudoscience? Science is just a method. You can't really be science deniers. You either use science or you don't. Exactly, Arwen. The globe strawman always evokes outer space.
Hello, my name is Abbas and welcome to the Black Mastery Box channel. I try to make the best video and the highest quality video with the good family of Black Mastery Box.
Mastery box? Is it a mystery box?
Yeah. I was like, what's he on about that?
I'm gonna quickly go and check there. I'm sure you...
Maybe it is.
Mystery,
maybe
yeah,
called
it's
Mastery.
mystery box. I don't know why it says mastery box. So yeah. Hey Digger Smith, thank you for coming in. Good to see you.
So, if you are not a member of our family, I suggest that you become a member so that I can increase your general information from
Black Mastery Box. But his name on his thing is Mystery. On his
0
channel.
to 100. So please subscribe.
Black Mastery, I'm sure it's Mystery. Why? I don't know, now I'm confused. Hey Bluebill Devolution, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. I just want to make sure, guys. Because then I'm going to have to change the name. No, it's there, man. Black Mastery Box. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it spelled wrong. Sorry about that. Mastery Box. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got 28 votes so far. Same old arguments. Yes, 68%. No, 0%. And don't know yet, 32%. I'm glad the people that said don't know yet, because how do you know if you haven't watched the video?
That's right.
Really odd stuff that the people that say yes. But yeah, you could actually say yes, because it's usually the same arguments. He's already started off with the same type of arguments. And by the way, guys, Better Than Gold is going to be presenting tomorrow night. So please do come in. It's going to be a great show.
Should be good. Should be good. He always talks about good stuff.
Definitely.
Sergio.
Looking forward to it, Sergio. To see you tomorrow night, mate.
My channel and don't forget to like this video. Flat Earth groups in modern times date back to the middle of the 20th century.
Are we gonna have to stop every 2 seconds with this guy? It doesn't start back in the 20th century. It's always been flat. The new model on the block is the heliocentric model, not a flat Earth.
Yeah, it got redesigned like 300 years ago or something, you know.
It's crazy. I mean, if he starts like that, it's telling you I don't think he's gonna have anything. And I mean, usually the videos I search out to do is stuff that's like very recent. So it's not like this is like 10 years ago or whatever, or 5 years ago, saying, oh, this was like in a week ago, I think it was 7 days ago uploaded, so.
Fanatics, often religiously motivated or involved in conspiracy theories.
That's also false. Again, there's a lot of flat earthers that are not religious, as you put it. And there's a lot of, and no one means you are conspiracy theorists or whatever. There's a lot of globers that are conspiracy theorists, by the way. And flat earth is not a conspiracy theory. It's actually sad how these guys mislabel flat earth. You see what I mean? It's like almost like he's mudding the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a Professor Dave is still scared of debating me, guys. Still running away.
No doubt.
Hey, Habanara, good to see you, mate. Exactly. No flat baseline, you have no elevation angle. You need the
Right.
flat baseline for that elevation angle.
Flat Earthism is increasingly promoted using social media. The modern flat Earth belief originated from the English writer Samuel Rowbottom.
That's also false. They love
Wow.
attributing all the flat Earth to Samuel Rowbotham. He just worked off of the flat Earth information. I mean, when I became a flat earther, I didn't even know about Samuel Rowbotham, guys. I learned of him afterwards. It's crazy. It's like they're just trying to just push into everybody's mind. This is like the father of the flat Earth. No, guys.
Yeah.
Not how, there was a lot more flat earthers that did stuff instead of just Samuel Rowbotham. He's just one of the most famous. That's all.
He's like father of flat Earth, but yet they'll say nobody was a flat Earth until 2015. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Wow.
Based on the results of his experiment, Rowbotham published a pamphlet in 1849 and stated that the Earth is a flat.
That's Bekak Mastery Box. Bekak Mastery Box, you might not know, check, it's got to be Black Mastery Box. Mastery Box. Yeah. Walter Costello, Truth, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Personal life was forced me to stay with my dad who wants me to go. Impatient to fix my flat earth brain dysfunction. Wow. Hey, Lovey Gas in the Vacuum, good to see you, mate. He says, who is Samuel Rowbotham? Walter Costello, you know what you should do then if your dad's got a problem with your flat earth? Let him challenge you on it. As simple as that. Challenge him on some aspects on why you think it's flat. Then he can actually see if he's honest with himself that it's not the dysfunction in flat earth, it's the dysfunction in the globe.
Yeah.
Plate with the North Pole in the center and its edges limited by a wall of ice, which is the South Pole. Rowbotham also believed that the sun and the moon were 4,800 kilometers above the Earth and that the entire universe was 5,000 kilometers above the Earth.
Wow. So he believes that now. Everybody believes that. Congratulations. I mean, do you know what the altitude of the sun is?
Could not tell you.
Yeah, so just because he believes the altitude, does that mean we all believe that altitude? No.
No.
I think it's just, this video is probably just going to be fallacy after fallacy, I guess. But hopefully it actually comes up with a argument. Hey, Natalie Vegan Dog, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
He also published a pamphlet entitled The Inconsistency of Modern Astronomy and Its Opposition to the Bible, in which he argued that the Bible supported the idea that the Earth was flat and immovable.
The Bible does support that, yes.
Absolutely does.
Interesting fact. My wife came to me now the other night and said the more she's reading the Bible, the more she sees the Bible's teaching it flat. And remember, she's not a flat earther, guys. I haven't even spoken to her about it, nothing.
That's good.
So, yeah, we're probably going to have a discussion on that soon. But it
Maybe
shows you...
maybe it's a godly revelation, which
Yeah,
is
that's what I
even
said.
better. You know?
Yeah. I mean, the Bible does teach it flat. And, I mean, she came out of her own and said these scriptures point to flat. So, it's very simple. Because unfortunately, the people that are going to deny God have to deny flat Earth. They don't want to deny. How can I put it? If let's say you are atheist, you're not going to want the Earth to be flat, and you're not going to want to have God's word saying it's flat, because it goes both against your religious heliocentric view. So they want that to be that way. Yeah, Walter Costello, I'll be more than happy to debate your dad, by the way. More than happy. I'll debate anybody, to be frank. I don't care who they are. The more the better. I mean, if someone's got a PhD, I'll be more than happy to debate them, because I'm happy if someone's got a PhD, because maybe they'll act a bit more, how can I say, grown up compared to the clowns we get to debate on here.
So I've seen you debating yourself, dude. Which was that was a good video actually when you debated yourself. Brilliant.
The earth is flat. The earth is flat, yes. Genesis makes a lot of sense once you know what Hebrew cosmology means. Exactly, Carl. It's very simple stuff.
Many flat earthers try to prove with their arguments why, even though the earth is flat, it behaves the way we think it is.
Hey, Dr.
But the
Evil,
main
good to
issue
you.
is
Mr.
this.
Greenhouse, thanks
If
for
the
coming.
earth is flat, it will not be the planet we know.
If the earth is flat, it will not be the planet. I'll go back and hear that again. Something doesn't make sense what he's saying.
It behaves the way we think it is. But the main issue is this. If the earth is flat, it will not be the planet we know.
No shit, Sherlock. If the earth is flat, it will not be the planet we know. Yeah, then it's not a planet. If it's flat, it's not a planet. Exactly. So it's very simple stuff. Hey, Charlie Walsh, thank you for coming, mate. Michael Khan's not in tonight. He's probably sleeping by now, guys.
I was about to say that he's not in. But there's a few people got me and Michael mixed up, and I don't know how.
Chap, my brother flew to Dublin. He landed there today, and he first went through to Dubai, and it's funny. The time zones messed him up totally, because he flew to Dubai, then he was 2 hours ahead of our time, so he went 2 hours into the future, you could say. Then he flew over to Dublin, which is now an hour behind us. So that is in the past. He says it's messed him up totally. Rachie, good to see you. Says your partner is it Glover too? I talk to my partner all the time about it. Goes in one ear and out the other though. He doesn't care about it if it's flat, round or donut. Yeah, that's the thing. My wife, I've never pushed it on her or anything. She just says she doesn't really care about it or worry about it or understand really the arguments presented and stuff. So I just don't, really, I just leave it into her. If she wants to talk, I told her. If you ever want to talk, just let me know. I mean, if you want me to explain, it's shop. But she came to me out of her own the other night and said, while I'm reading the Bible more and more, every scripture I'm seeing makes a lot more sense when you look at it as a flat earth cosmology.
Yep. It's understandable.
So I think it's going to be an interesting conversation when we do have that conversation sometime.
Definitely.
In fact, if the earth is flat, humans and all creatures on earth will die. Now be ready.
What? What claim did this guy just make?
Will not be the planet we know.
Sorry?
If the earth is flat, that all creatures will die. Is that what he said?
I'm just reminded. Let's listen to it.
In fact, if the earth is flat, humans and all creatures on earth will die.
What the hell?
We will die, yes. It's called entropy.
Actually, but I mean, how the hell? So if it's flat, all humans and animals will die. I hope he's got something to back this up.
Oh, yeah.
Now be ready. We want to prove the roundness and sphericity of the earth and strongly reject these ideas.
Wow. So he just made a hectic claim and just doesn't have any reason for it. He just makes a claim.
Yeah. Then says we have to strongly reject these ideas.
Sergio, it will be... Oh, with my wife. I'll ask her if she wants to record it, but I mean, we're talking Afrikaans, so most people won't even understand what the hell's going on. Carl, it was nice knowing you guys. It's flat, so therefore we're all gonna die. Say goodbye to your chihuahuas and your little birds and stuff because it's flat, we all just die. Apparently. Hey, Flat Sabbath, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
It must be because there's no shelter from the wind, you know. All these flat plains, the wind just takes you and just beats you all over the place. It's got to be it.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
1. In the past, the moon was a great mystery to the ancient Greeks, and in their search for more knowledge and information, they made many insightful observations that help humanity understand the shape of our planet.
The Greeks. Yeah, the Greeks are actually the foundation for the heliocentric model, guys. Hence Helios. Helios, sun worship. Heliocentric. Mr. Grubauer says, maybe the flat earth actually makes sense, but only in Afrikaans. No, it makes sense because it's reality. Thank you, Lumpy. I'm glad the sound is good. Like I said, the sound mess up was from Discord, believe it or not. Discord settings was changing my whole system settings. So yeah, at least that's sorted. I'm glad because it was, I feel so embarrassed with the shows we had this last 2 evenings. It was really terrible.
Aristotle, who had done many studies on the spherical nature of the Earth, found that during a lunar eclipse, when the Earth is between the Sun and the Moon, the shadow on the Moon is circular, and this shadow belongs to the Earth.
Wow, shadow makes it circular now. Hey Travis friends, good to see you. I don't know if they've ever taken a sphere and actually tried to put a shadow on it.
It would come out if you put a circle on the shape. If you put a shadow of a circle onto a sphere, it's like an S shape. Is it not called the sin factor? SYN.
Look, it follows a sort of, but I mean it doesn't make it a sphere. You can have a, and who's to say it's even a shadow?
Exactly.
It's very, very how can I say, they're begging the question a lot here and just stating it's true without being able to verify the fact. Yeah. Aristotle for us funny. Hey Moomin Rider, thank you for coming.
Yeah, but if you had a shadow of a circle casting onto a sphere, then it's kind of like an S shape kind of outline you get, isn't it? Because it goes in it kind of far away at the top, comes closer in the middle, then goes far away at the bottom again.
Yeah, but they've also got a problem with this moon theory of this. If the sun is lighting up the moon, which would cause the shadows and stuff, where's the specular highlights like a ball would have? You always have that. I wonder if I can quickly get a ball to show you guys. We'll quickly look for a ball.
Makes a change, doesn't it, Moomin Rider? Me sounding clear. Usually it's either too loud or I'm all muffled or something like that, or it's just a Scottish accent. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, Charlie, I don't think Michael's here tonight. He might be watching, I don't know, but he's certainly not in the YouTube chat, and he's not in chat. I knew he wasn't coming in voice chat anyway, but yeah. As we try to rake out some of the kids' footballs or something.
Okay. I don't know if you can see.
No, you're not back yet.
Okay. You can see on the light source that it makes a specular highlight. That's the specular highlight. So now with the sun and the moon, if the sun is shining on the moon, it's supposed to show a specular highlight. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, this one's got another one from here. You see, it's supposed to have the bright spots. That's a specular highlight. You don't see that with the moon, and therefore, how can you claim the sun is lighting up the moon? That shows already that it's not a physical object. Hey Glenn, it's good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Media Don is also here. Good to see you. He says, imagine arguing on the shape of the Earth in 2023. Yeah, I agree. Imagine that. Why are you guys here then to argue it? We're not arguing the shape. We're just simply having financial religion, as you can put it. Okay, let's carry on.
And this clue is considered accurate about the spherical nature of the Earth. Since the Earth is rotating, it casts a constant oval shadow during each eclipse, proving that the Earth is not...
Wait, let's go back. What do we just see here? I wonder if I can make it slower. I want to see something.
Spherical nature of the Earth. Since the Earth is rotating,
Hey Paul, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
Constant oval shadow during...
Ooh, the birds.
Oh, I keep telling him, I haven't got a mic. It's my phone. The phone's got a mic, but I haven't got an independent mic.
Yeah.
It's separate.
Exactly. That's why you're just keeping you a bit away from the mic tonight. From the phone.
I'm trying to talk a bit quieter, Paul.
Hey, Lamel Forever, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Like that Brooklyn fight. I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much. I like it too. Excuse me. Okay. So yeah, the moon is beautiful. Now they're saying these are supposed to be shadows. All good and well, it looks like shadows, but that doesn't make it shadows. Now show me where the specular highlight is on the moon, guys. Based on this photo of this video, this still pic now, where's the specular highlight supposed to be with the sun? It's supposed to be around this area. Where's the specular highlights? There isn't, so that shows it's not a physical object, because a physical object would have specular highlights.
Eclipse, proving that the Earth is not only round, but spherical. 2.
Okay, back to that. You got what they call the selenium eclipse, the impossible eclipse, remember? There where you have the sun and the moon at exactly the same time up in there, and yet it's the Earth's shadow causing the eclipse, and it's upside down. And they love to go into, but refraction. Refraction doesn't fix anything. Jim Smith says specular highlights are from highly reflective surfaces. The moon is highly reflective, mate. Why do you think it looks white when they take the photos on apparent moon landings? Are you going against what your own rhetoric says? Hey Sam Thompson, thank you for coming. Good to see you.
If you've ever walked along a beach and gazed at the horizon,
beautiful flat horizon, yeah. I don't know why the Globers still always go to the beach and say, "Oh look, globe," and then they show a flat horizon.
I know something that looks which is perfectly straight, and they point at that for their curvature.
Exactly.
Probably noticed an interesting phenomenon. Ships seem to come out of the sea. But we know that ships do not come out of the water again as they approach our site. So the reason why it looks like the ships are coming out of the waves is because the Earth is round and not flat.
Totally showing he has no knowledge in the subject. Nothing. This has been explained, demonstrated tons of times. I don't know how much times I have to explain it to these guys. Just because they say you see a ship doesn't make it a globe. We can demonstrate this exact same effects on flat surfaces, while water at rest is actually level flat. So it's not really an argument. But it's good to see you all in. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button and share, as it does help to get the show out to a wider audience.
Imagine an ant walking across the surface of an orange towards your field of vision. If you look from the top of the orange, you will see that the body of the ant gradually appears from the horizon, and the reason is that the orange is spherical.
How much time do we have to explain this to these guys? Videos. It's very simple. Hey Mark, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. And Arwen Bear, always look at it. Nick Volt, hello. Yes, Earth definitely has magnetic fields, Nick. There's no doubt about that. So Nick, when are you coming to debate? I think so you challenged someone to debate, and I said, yeah, you can come on my channel anytime. It'll be great. I'll moderate if you want. Or if you wanted to get a moderator, I don't mind. Just let me know. The moon is less reflective than the Earth. The Earth also doesn't have spectral highlights, Jim. The only ones that do is the ones where they put it in on Photoshop. You know, like Simmons, Blue Marble.
Yeah.
Hey, Lightning, good to see you. So I'm looking for a video quickly. Ooh-wee. Excuse me.
Charlie, play nice.
Sorry?
I'm telling Charlie to play nice.
Angular compression, there we go. We don't need Vic Extra Plus. Highball. Sorry, waiting for the advert to end. Hey, Godzilla37, thank you for coming. Glad you made it. Yeah, the ant would come head first. Boats, same thing, but they don't. They rise into view, simple remaining level. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nick Volt says, no, I'm not going to debate that person as he lacks the prereqs. What? Okay. Well, are you going to come debate me then sometime, Nick Volt? I would love to debate someone with a PhD. You claim you have a PhD, so it'd be great. It's still just sinus. It only catches me at night and early morning. So I do apologize. It's season change. Nick Fold, however, seem to be better versed in your hypothesis and thus would be a much more productive conversation. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. It would be great to have a conversation with you sometime. Let's see if it's going to work now. I don't want to what's the name? Okay, there we go. Okay. This is flat surface, guys. He says would be impossible on a flat surface. It's all just got to do with compression due to the angles that get limited and the diffraction limit. The lights in the background get diffracted to one another. You see, you raise in altitude, you see it. Because you're pushing your field of view out further. When you go down, you are compressing it into each other. There we go. Now you can't see them at all. Why? Because the angle is limited. It's compressed towards another. It converges relative to eye level. That is what happens to that guy, whatever his name is. And we also have refraction at play over the waters. Okay, we're not going to let it load up though. But yeah, that's in short what happens. It doesn't have to be a sphere. It's simply you're not understanding it's an optical effect that can be done on flat surfaces.
If you do this experiment with an ant on a road instead of a spherical object, the result will be different and you will see that
Ashwagandha. I've never heard of it. I should actually maybe look up to it. Hey, Audio Oracle, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. But Flat Earth, we see forever on flat surface. Yeah, only in the globe's mind. And these are the same people that believe if you have the right conditions, you can see the back of your own head on a globe. These guys don't understand everything has a limit. I don't understand how they can go through life thinking there's no limit to sight.
It's silly, isn't it? It's just so silly to think that.
I mean, by the airfield. I actually want to do this when I got a nice camera. Hey, NH guy, good to see you. Some days you can't see the mountains in the background. Some days you can. Some days you can only see half. And it's exactly the same position where you stand. Is the earth breathing in and out now? Or is it just weather that causes that you can see or not? It's all just optical, guys. We got a limit to what we can see.
the ant is slowly exposed, depending on how clear your vision is. 3. These observations were originally made by Aristotle between 384 and 322 BC. At that time, he determined that the Earth was round by considering the various constellations moving across the sky towards the equator.
Moving across the sky. So that was still them thinking it's a geocentric, correct?
Yeah.
So if it's moving across the sky, then it's geocentric, not heliocentric.
Exactly.
How about thermal cameras that see through everything? Why can't they don't see through everything, Sam? They also got a limit, by the way. They just see much further because of the bandwidth of light that they can see. But it doesn't mean they can still see forever. They just see further.
I mean, if lights go across the sky, I don't understand how their first thought is, oh, it must be us that's turning. You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
If you don't feel the turn, if you don't feel the rotation, why would you think that them things above you that are moving? Why would you think that it's the ground underneath you that's moving instead?
Yeah, but I mean, look at all the ancient civilizations before they put in globe or whatever. It was flat Earth civilizations, and they had quite accurate star mapping and predictions like on eclipses and stuff. I mean, look at the Mayans. They were flat earthers, guys. And they predicted eclipses and stuff. It's insane that people just ignore every single civilization in history and decide, oh, the Greeks are the ones that gave us this heliocentric belief, so we'll just concentrate on what they say, and we can't even prove those people even existed. You know what I mean? They try and use arguments from people that's probably made up, because you don't have documentation that they ever existed in the first instance.
After returning from his trip to Egypt, Aristotle said, stars can be seen in Egypt and Greece that are not seen in more northern regions. He further said that this phenomenon can only be justified if humans see the stars from a round surface, and claims it happened that the Earth is not big because...
That's also false. That's begging the question. And that's just saying he doesn't understand you have a field of view vision, limitation. Remember where I showed my diagram where you can see Polaris from the equator? Yeah, that's how they get their field of vision, because things drop in apparent altitude the further you get away. It's called perspective, guys. Face Reality, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. Thank you for coming. QB says baller PhD is shit, piled higher and deeper. Thank you very much for the super chat, Flat Reality. It's good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate the super chat.
Because otherwise, the impact of this small change of location will not be revealed so quickly. As you move away from the equator, the known constellations move further towards the horizon and are replaced by other stars, which would not happen if the Earth were flat.
And we've explained it again. Maybe we should show it again for the people that are new to the channel. Okay, guys, this is... Oh, what happened there? Okay. This is Bob. He's standing under Polaris, the North Star. Guys, your pole star. He's looking up at it. It's 90 degrees from him. So he is 0 nautical miles from him. Now he goes and he travels 600 nautical miles, which would be the 80-degree latitude. He measures an apparent altitude of Polaris at 80 degrees. Does that make Polaris dropping 10 degrees physically? No, it doesn't. It's due to perspective. It's his location towards the star. Polaris is always at the same altitude. His apparent altitude measurement is different because of the position towards the star. It's just perspective. And that's how we get all the measurements until they get to the equator. Now obviously we drew this with kind of giving it a perspective kind of compression ideal. Obviously it's not how it's supposed to be in orthographic, but it was just to give an idea of how it works, guys. Okay, so yeah, that explains it. It can only work on flat Earth, but because you want it so badly to work on globe Earth, you'll say it only works on a globe Earth. You can't get those measurements if it was a globe.
4. If you stick a stick in the ground.
Stick a stick in the ground, yeah.
Stick a stick in the ground. Remember what I said? Using things based on people that didn't know about refraction in that time, and we don't even know if they existed. And by the way, what does that make? A triangle?
Yeah.
On a surface. So it's not spherical then. Congratulations, guys. You're just giving a apparent altitude angle to the sun. You're not working out a radius. You guys are taking that and calculating a radius based on your belief. All you're doing is calculating actually a angular measurement to the apparent sun's position at that time.
It will form a shadow. Over time, the shadow of the wood moves on the ground.
I was going to say, Bakak Master, you might have to, I don't know if you've realized, but you're going to have to change that Bakak to Bakak to black. Yeah, don't get Globus started on triangles. Yeah, it's like, triangles is like the kryptonite, guys. They hate the word triangles.
You get spherical triangles and everything in the globe religion. It's just mental.
It's crazy.
You get triangles with more than 180 degrees, which ain't a triangle.
Yeah, it goes against what a triangle is. Yes, they created spherical triangles, but it shouldn't actually be called a triangle. They should change the name, because a triangle is specifically 3 straight lines of having an internal sum of 180 degrees.
It's in the name of triangle. Tri meaning three angles.
Exactly. Kek equals male penis. I don't know if females can have penises better than gold.
If you say cat over here, it means poo, as an excrement.
Yeah, kek, yeah. Well, we said in a more of a Afrikaans way, je praat qua kak. Je weet?
Kak.
Je praat kak.
I wouldn't say that. I would say kak. Kak, I would say.
Hey, Dustin Bones, thank you for coming.
The same principle was used in the construction of ancient shadow clocks.
Ancient shadow clocks. It's called the sundial. Ancient shadow clocks. And the sundial is based on a flat Earth, guys. Flat surface. Not a sphere. Oh, wow. What has this guy actually presented so far? One thing I do have to give him props, guys. I mean, he's only got like 53 subscribers. He's done a lot of time into doing good production. So that I'll give it to him.
Well, yeah, you had to do something with the production because everything he said is just cliche. You know what I mean? The same rubbish they come out with since 2015, horizons and you know what I mean, sticks and stuff.
Exactly. Hey, Quinlan, good to see you, mate. And I think one thing he has to tone down a bit is all that likes and subscribe.
Yeah.
Because it's coming on a bit too much.
If the Earth were flat, two sticks in different places would cast similar shadows.
No. No. That's a false. If the Earth is flat, he says two sticks will cast similar shadows. No. No, no, no. Let's make a flat ground. Now let's put two sticks. We'll put the stick here. And we'll put the stick here. And we'll put the stick here. Now let's put the sun. Yeah, for instance. Okay. What's going to happen for a shadow coming? Okay. We say that shadow there, okay? What shadow there? Oh, it's going to be longer because it's further away, correct? Shorter because it's closer, correct? So, really showing he doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey, TJ White, it's good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. So that's bullshit. It doesn't. Let's just listen to what he says again, just to make sure that's what he said.
Was used in the construction of ancient shadow clocks. If the Earth were
Sundial,
flat,
guys.
two sticks in different places would cast similar shadows.
This is bad, guys. This is bad. I don't know where this guy gets his arguments, but it's so 2015.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's cliche, and someone says it's cliche because they're true. Some cliches are cliches because they're true, and people use them because they're true. Some cliches are cliches because that's what everybody just keeps using to give excuses instead of reason. You know.
Exactly. Sundial is based on flat. Exactly. Try and model it sometime. Easy. The Gleason's map. How much globers have conceded that the Gleason's map is accurate to longitudinal and sun calc times? Correct? It's a sundial map, the Gleason's map, guys. Yes, exactly, Paul. The WGS 84 is an ellipsoid. It's based on the Clark's of the I think it's a Clark, the Clark ellipsoid.
But it doesn't happen like this, because the Earth is spherical and not flat. Eratosthenes, 276 to 194 BC, used this principle to accurately calculate the circumference of the Earth. 5.
So this just shows you wrong, mate. Every one of them are different. Thank you very much. Yeah, and what is the sun? We have no idea. Altitude of the sun? We have no idea.
Stand up.
But then again, it's not us making the positive claims about the sun, so it's not our burden of proof to worry about it. The heliocentric model, on the other hand, is the ones making the burden of proof here because they making the claim about it. Hence why we can rip it apart, because they make the claim, not us.
Okay, Mr. McGroove, it's a cliche that carrots make you see better, but they really don't. So is that a true cliche?
Do you think they understand what cliche means, though?
Obviously not.
On a flat plateau and look ahead and at the horizon. You put pressure on your eyes and then you take out the eyepiece and you can stare ahead as far as the eye works with the help of eyepiece lenses. Now climb the nearest tree around you, the higher the better. Now look again. You will notice that the higher you go, the farther you see.
Yeah, you push out your field of view. We get this a lot from the globers. Look, we raise in altitude, so therefore we see further. It cannot happen on a flat Earth. Khaki Park. This is very simple stuff, guys. You push out your field of view further. Okay?
Mm.
When you're looking, you are looking actually downwards at the horizon in reality, guys, because it's actually underneath you. So what happens when you raise in altitude? You're just changing that you can have the same limit angle pushing out further and further. It's just field of view pushed out further. So let's say your limit is to here. As soon as you raise in altitude, you're going to push your limit out to there. And as soon as you go again, you're going to push it out to there. Again, and you're going to push it out to there. It's on the same flat surface. You're just pushing out your field of view further.
Well, yes, it is an old wives' tale, Mr. Groovehouse, but an old wives' tale can be a cliche as well. If people keep saying it, it's a cliche, isn't it? And keep using it, it's cliched. The information about it is cliched, isn't it? Simple.
Well, he's going to find out because I'm sure it's based on the clock. He says not based on the clock, so let's just see. As far as I know, it's on the clock, guys. Okay, they do have a difference. You're correct. Who's it? Someone who corrected me. Yeah, correct. It's not the same, but they're both ellipsoids though. The difference between the U-turn projected grid coordinates in the same lines with both GBAs and the clock ellipsoid are referred to difference in scale and rotation angles of the two ellipsoids. The length differences explain the difference in scale. So they're just the scale, but they're both ellipsoids, guys. Cool. So I can see there it's not based on the clock, but they both are ellipsoids.
Usually, we tend to relate this issue to obstacles on the surface of the Earth. For example, let's say that houses or trees block our view, and by going up, we will have a clearer and better view. But this is not the real reason. Set! Even if you are standing on a completely flat plateau with no obstacles between you and the horizon, the higher you get, the farther you can see. This phenomenon is caused by the curvature of the Earth.
No. I mean, we've shown this how much times before to people. So let's show it again. I mean, I don't know how much times we have to show this to people. And they don't like this, by the way. You know which one I'm going to bring up.
Stop being such a pedant. You know what I mean? What I said is a cliche. I don't care about your definition for cliche. I know what a cliche is. Wow.
Just ignore him, PJ.
I know. That's it. I'm done. I'm not talking about it again.
He's trying to piss you off. That's why he comes in. Okay, remember what he just said, guys. This is impossible on a flat surface. All maps have distortion, but no flat map has. Nowhere close to distortion the sphere map has. Exactly, Godzilla. Man. Now when I wanted to show what's going on. We've shown this how much times. But anyway, as you move away... Did I push out the field of view further, so I'm able to see further, and so I've changed the angle between me and the, in this case, the light, and there's nothing in between me now. Yeah, on a flat surface, which he says would be impossible. Weird.
And if the Earth was flat, it would never happen like this. 6. If you've ever been on a plane to another country, especially on long trips, you'll realize 2 facts about the plane and the planet. 1, airplanes can move in an almost straight line for a long time without deviating from any edge.
Did he just say planes fly straight a long time? I've got to hear that again.
2 facts about the plane and the planet. 1, airplanes can move in an almost straight line for a long time without deviating from any edge.
Ooh. Right, okay.
So
wouldn't they eventually end up in space if they don't have to adjust?
So he's just conceded then they fly on a straight line, a straight path, no dipping or anything.
Yeah.
Congratulations, mate. You just went against your own globe rhetoric. Wow.
They can also orbit the Earth nonstop. 2, if you
Orbit. Planes don't orbit, they fly. Orbiting is literally free falling around. That's what orbiting is. That's what it's about free falling around a planet, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They're following an orbital path. Planes don't orbit, they fly. Yeah, straight lines are curved for globes, Rachel. It's actually insane. I really think it's a mental problem that they blocked, some kind of blockage they have. They can't see the problem.
That could be one of the...
Andrew says, can any of you flatters give an example where the globe map isn't correct? Distance, shapes, angles. Yeah, the Mercator map. 2,300 miles off of fix, where the Gleason's map was only 511 kilometers off. There we go.
You look out the window during...
Or how about Greenland is way, way off in its size? Or Africa is way, way off in its size. Andrew? Exactly, flat seven. Planes flying in a straight line is curved in Narnia.
A long transoceanic flight. Most of the time you can see the curvature of the Earth on the horizon.
No, you don't see curvature on the Earth horizon. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson says at that height of it's like 120,000 feet, you don't see the curvature of Earth 2 millimeters above this beach ball.
Yeah, in their logic, their flying level is flying in a curve, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You don't see curvature from a plane, guys. You're not supposed to anyway. If you know how the plane's windows are made, you would know why it seems to have a little bit of curves on the edges. That's because it is manufactured in a convex, it's a convex kind of structure.
7. It is a fact that Earth is different from other planets.
No, it's not a fact. Not one thing he's told on you is any facts. He's just been begging the question all the time and spewing his religion. This is when we come back to the same thing. When you play pool, do you state the pool table is the same shape as the balls, the pool balls, just because it's on the pool table?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we look into the sky. We don't have to say, oh, look, Ma, I see Saturn, therefore the Earth is like Saturn. That's just idiotic. You don't look at your ceiling to look at your floor.
But in any case, there is life on Earth, and we have not yet been able to find life on another planet.
And you were never going to, because we are not a planet. Planets are actually just wandering stars, as the Bible puts them.
Yeah.
Of course, each of the planets has its own characteristics, and it is quite logical to assume that each of the planets will exhibit certain characteristics, especially planets that are in different places or created in different conditions.
Created. I like that word. Created in different conditions. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to say the word created if you are a heliocentrist evolutionist.
Mm.
Because it couldn't create, it just happened by chance. There's no such thing as create.
That's it. You need intelligence to create something.
Exactly. So how was it created then?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit nonsensical.
Certainly.
All these things are also true for the planet. In other words, if many planets that were created in different places and under different conditions have the same characteristics, our planet probably has the same characteristics.
That's just a affirming the concept, begging the question fallacy. Also, it's called circular reasoning. You think, oh, these planets are created under conditions and they all look spherical to you, so therefore everything is a sphere and planet, and therefore we also have to be a sphere and planet.
Mm.
That's just circular reasoning. Yeah, in different conditions is a problem too. Exactly, Godzilla. I wonder if he's going to touch on gas pressure. Oh wait, they won't. They don't. They run away from it with a foot-long pole.
Gravity and gas pressure. That's it.
Yeah.
All our
Jupiter has like 80 moons now. Did you guys hear recently about Japan's newly discovered islands?
Oh no, I didn't know.
7,000 new
What?
discovered islands. Now, I want to ask you something. If satellites are so accurate as they claim to be, how the hell do you miss 7,000 islands?
Exactly. Even if the smallest islands ever, like, I don't know, 10 meters across. You know what I mean? I think the kind of technology is meant to spot things like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got thousands of so-called satellites in space looking at Earth constantly, and they can't pick up 7,000 islands.
Mm.
What the hell? What does that tell you? Unless it
Crazy.
like just popped out of nowhere all of a sudden.
observations suggest that the other planets are spherical, and since we know how these planets form, it is clear
How
why.
do you know how they formed? Do you think he's going to explain to us how they formed? Where? Japan. Just off the coast of Japan, I suppose. Let's see if I can quickly get an article on it. I think it was Japan.
That'd be cool.
7,000 new islands. There we go. Islands of Japan. Japan just found 7,000 islands.
Wow.
Tell me, how the hell do you not see 7,000 islands?
Wow.
Yeah. Discovered it as 7,000 more than it previously thought. Digital mapping by the Geospatial Information Authority of Japan recently found there be 14,125 islands in Japanese territory, more than double the figure of the previous 6,852 that has been official since 1987. However, the GSI this week stressed that the new figure reflected advances in surveying technology and the detail of maps used for the count. It did not change the overall area of land of Japan's possession. So they did surveying, guys. The satellites didn't do it. It was the surveying that found it.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Fail for the satellites. Yep, globes are a joke. Exactly. Okay, yeah, how do you miss 7,000 islands? Simple. You don't. You don't.
I know. I think if you paddled about with a kayak, you'd probably spot 7,000 islands. You know.
I mean, you've had generations of people living on islands there. You're telling me they couldn't spot the islands that are not mapped out?
Exactly. Going out fishing, stuff like that. I mean, surely.
And I mean double the amount, more than double the amount of islands that they first thought. So it's not just
Hmm.
one or two, it's more than double. That's 7,000 islands. It's crazy.
That's a big amount. I mean, it's a large amount.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say this. The globe is a joke, and when they come and say satellites in this, then you just go think to yourself, oh, how do you rectify this on your globe model? You can't.
They are spherical. Unless we have a very good reason to think otherwise, which of course we don't have. So our planet is almost certainly like other planets. 8. When it is 12 noon in New York and the sun shines in the middle of the sky, it is 12 midnight in Beijing and the sun is not visible.
Really? So sun in different location? Wow. Way to state the obvious. Guys, I never knew that. The sun moves away from a location.
Yeah, it's I mean, and isn't it crazy that other countries have got a midnight as well? You know, it's mental.
It's mental. I mean, it's like night where I am now, and I'm sure it's daytime somewhere else. I think that's kind of, I don't know what the point would be. It's very simple. The sun moves away. CGI says so.
At the same time,
The thing is, we don't need to know the people's excuses why they have never seen this islands. They said in the beginning, in the surveying techniques have improved. That's why. Again, over 30 years, 35 years of satellite imagery cannot pick up 7,000 satellites. Come on. I don't care what excuse you're going to give for it. It doesn't excuse the fact that your satellites, not one of them, for 35 years did not pick up 7,000 islands. Hey, TY Smokes, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. And Jeff Gassett, hello.
it is 1.30 midnight in Adelaide, Australia. That is 13 hours ahead of New York. And the residents of Adelaide should witness the sunrise again and the start of a new day.
New day. New day. Oh, wow. And you see the clock, guys? It's based on a sundial. Ooh.
This can only be explained if our world is round and rotates around its axis.
No. No. Again, making another claim is probably not going to explain why. I think this video is probably just for people that don't know anything about Flat Earth. Like as in nothing, never heard of it really before. They're just going to say, wow, this guy's editing so brilliant, so therefore it's got to be brilliant. He's got to be right.
At a certain time, when the sun shines in a part of the earth in the middle of the sky, there is darkness in another part of the world, and vice versa.
No shit, Sherlock.
This causes time differences and different time zones to exist.
Yeah. Time zones exist because it's based on the position of the sun. Very simple stuff. But it doesn't make it a globe. You can have the same thing on a...
Especially in some...
You can have the same thing on a pineapple Earth. Or a donut Earth.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just got to do with the location of the sun.
some cases even more than 12 hours. Another thing about time zones, the Earth, and the Sun is this. If the Sun were a focal point of light shining directly into a certain area, and the Earth were flat, we would still see the Sun even if it wasn't directly overhead.
Oh, you mean like in Antarctica? 24-hour daylight.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Weird, guys. We have 24-hour daylight, not sunlight, by the way. And that's more for internal reflection than it is for a globe.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what kind of explains sundogs and that, isn't it? Internal reflection.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
But you can see the light coming from a spotlight on a theater stage, even though the crowd is sitting in total darkness. The only way to create two completely different time zones, one completely dark and the other bathed in light, is for the Earth to be spherical.
This has been the whole video. I say nah, making idiotic claims, and they're just saying because Earth sphere, because, or it's like Bev like say, because globe, because globe. Yeah, no, that's not how it works, mate. Even in my spray booth, I can have light on one side of the spray booth where it's nice and light, I can see, and then on the other side I can't really see properly. Just based on light alone. That's
Exactly.
that's why we have to have a certain amount of lux in our spray booth so we can see what's going on.
I mean, Jeremy, I know we don't really like Jeremy journalism that much and that, but he used to say it, didn't he? He used to say if you're in a big room 5 mile long and you've got a light on the ceiling 5 mile away, if you're at the other end of the room, you ain't going to see that light. You know what I mean? 5 miles away.
Yeah, but I mean, remember these guys are the same people that ignore angles become smaller as they go in the distance. Like I showed with that light now where we are raising altitude, I could see the light back from under the tin cans. The light moves away from you. The angle between you and the sun gets smaller. Things between you and the sun a culture view. Mountains and trees and valleys and clouds and whatever. And there's still smoke and fog and air pollution and all that. It's so simple. I don't understand what's so difficult for these guys to understand. And then you got refraction of light that they love to ignore when it comes to flat Earth.
Right.
Lux, like in lumens. So like 1,500 lux mean lumens, mate. Yeah.
9. The interesting point here is that gravity attracts things towards itself. The force of attraction between two objects depends on their mass and the distance between them. If we want to say it simply, attraction or gravity targets the center of mass of objects and pulls them towards it.
I don't think he's got the memo. Gravity is not a force.
No.
All good and dandy to try and push Newtonian gravity because you need it to be there. Doesn't make it so, mate. It's supposed to be time and space warping and bending. The apple is not falling to your hand. Your hand is going up to the apple. That is how it goes. There's no attraction. It's only an effect. It only appears to be attracting. Television. That's why these arguments are so weak. You deserve more of a challenge. Yeah, I agree. I was expecting more. I was really expecting more. But it's sad.
To find the center of the object, one must examine the object itself.
Now he wants to show bending of space-time, guys, which he just explained as a force. So he can't even understand which one he wants to choose.
Exactly.
Consider a sphere. Because the globe has a fixed shape, no matter where you stand on it, the exact same amount of globe is under your feet.
That's false, mate. The radius on every point is different on your globe. Hence, geoid, spheroid.
Yeah. It's not meant to be a perfect sphere, is it? I mean, can't get out on an oblique spheroid.
Wow. This is sad. This is sad. Yeah, if an apple falls in water, it floats, called buoyancy. Yeah, density rocks, mate, I agree.
The center of mass of a sphere is at its center. This means that gravity pulls anything on the surface of the sphere down towards the center of the sphere.
It doesn't. According to Einstein, it's not the object falling, it's you moving relative up towards it. So your Earth is expanding in all directions constantly while the apple is staying still. It's only the effect that makes you see it relative to falling because of your reference view. It's insane. It's stupid.
It does not matter where the object is located on the surface of the globe. 10. In the 60 years that we saw space experiments, satellites, probes, and even humans have been sent into space.
Are we gonna? Do you think we're gonna get a gas pressure containment thing here?
Yeah. What about where's these space experiments?
Yeah, exactly. But let's see what it's gonna say.
Some of them return to Earth, and others are still hovering in the solar system and even the world beyond. And many of them are sending stunning images back to Earth.
There's no actual images from space. They're all just composites, mate. Yeah, composites. It's not actual photograph. It's just normal images, composites. And they can't go to a place that violates natural law. We still haven't got any globe to actually go and demonstrate to us gas pressure without containment. At all. As in like nothing, nada, zip. They don't even try because they know they can't.
In all these pictures, the Earth is spherical. The sphericity of
It's not a picture. It's not a picture. I mean, must I draw a toad in space for you? Does that make now the toad Earth because it's a picture now of a toad in space? It's like let's do it this way, guys. There. That's the shape of your Earth. I'm going to take a picture for you quickly. Print screen. Paste. There, I've taken a picture. It's practically what they do to your globe, guys. What I've just done is practically a very rudimentary thing of what they do with your globe. They create it for you. It's just not a photograph taken from Narnia because it violates the second law of thermodynamics. The gas we breathe would fill the available space, aka the adjacent system, and we would not be able to breathe. Thank you, Faciality, for your $2 super chat. Really, really appreciate it. It says, if clouds weigh 1 billion pounds, where is gravity? Gravity. The thing is, gravity took a break with clouds. That's why they say the electromagnetic force is stronger than gravity, because they need an excuse for clouds to hang up there.
Very selective gravity. We know that anyway, don't we?
Damn you, butterflies! Dasimus says, haha, why are you not winning? Not winning what? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be winning.
No, I didn't know there was a competition going on.
Me neither. But thank you very much for your super chat, Faciality. Really, really appreciate it.
The Earth is clear in all the images recorded by the astronauts of the International Space Station. In this video, we prove that the Earth is spherical and examine the issue using scientific reasoning.
In this video, he says we proved Earth's sphericity and using scientific logic. That statement, let's get the right wording.
By the astronauts of the International Space Station. In this video, we prove that the Earth is spherical and examine the issue using scientific reasoning.
Using scientific reasoning. First of all, you never proved the Earth is spherical. You made a whole bunch of rubbish claims and never backed one of them up. And then expose Antarctica. And then you say using scientific. What science was in this whole video? There was not one shred of science here, ever.
No.
So what scientific reasoning? If this guy is watching this, please, please, come and chat on my channel sometime if you can. Or anything. Or create a video because, wow. Yeah, clouds float on air because the moist air in clouds is less dense than dry air. And it's got a bit of electromagnetic force to it which holds them in place. Stronger than so-called gravity. Shame.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, we can say that the Earth is spherical and this matter is of great importance. If you wish, join us in the development of knowledge and scientific progress. Thanks, dear viewers. Stay tuned for the next videos.
It's a pleasure. I'm glad you could come in. Guys, I thought we were going to have more than that, but at least he tried.
Oh yeah, he tried. I like how he had like the music very similar to Tubular Bells, from The Exorcist and that, to make it sound all serious, like you're on your tenterhooks to know what's going on. Crazy.
Hey Aru, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Oh, Marty bought a new car again. I wonder what he bought this time. That's the thing. Mighty Car Mods I've been watching for years now. I mean, it's like 10 years maybe. Been watching them. It's crazy. So yeah, that was his video. I'm not
he gave it a go, I suppose. I mean, he just spouted off the same old rhetoric. He never challenged anything about flat Earth, really, did he? He just said, flat Earth, no, cause globe.
Yeah, he just made claims with nothing. I mean, making stupid claims like, if it's flat, all humans would be dead.
He didn't back that up with anything, did he?
Without understanding, if it's globe, all humans would be dead. We wouldn't have humans, first of all, to even procreate to get dead, if you can put it that way.
Exactly.
Because all the air we breathe would go to the adjacent system. That's how it works. Intense Earth. Yeah, so guys, remember tomorrow night we got Better Than Gold on. He's going to present.
Cool.
Really looking forward to that. Yeah, science doesn't prove things. The only thing science does prove is a hypothesis. I love how the people say, science doesn't prove things. But what's the antithesis of disprove? Prove. So if you've disproven, then you prove the alternative. It's as simple as that. You can't get around it. You can only prove or disprove your hypothesis. Yeah, we can plan a day, definitely, Nick. I'm not going to go on now because, I mean, it's already 12:30 as well. I'm kind of tired, actually. I'll WhatsApp you tomorrow morning, Better Than Gold. I'll give you a time. It might be normal time again, or it might be like tonight again, but I'd rather prefer the normal time. I'll get petrol for the generator because we're going to be leaving early Friday morning to drive through. So, and I mean, it's like a 5-hour drive, so I don't want to be tired for the road. So,
that's just to get to the end of your drive, isn't it?
yeah, wow, that's hectic. But yeah. So everybody, I just want to say thanks. Yeah. So Nick, yeah, I'll also set up a time with you then for a chat. It'll be great to have you in. Definitely. and both are proof it worked or it didn't. Exactly, Godzilla. It worked or it didn't. Yes, I am South African, mate. I think it was given away with my accent. No, no, man. I'm sorry. I'm definitely not South African. I was just playing with my accent this whole time. You know, I'm not really South African. I come from New South Wales, and shot, mate. Yeah, it'll probably be next week sometime, Nick. But I'll get in touch with you. It'd be great to have you on board for a chat. So yeah, guys, just want to say thank you everybody for coming. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate everything. I'm happy the sound sorted out. That was my main issue. Tomorrow my wife's going to order my earphones and green screen, so I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
So next week I have some green screen and we can try and get through everything through the system so it sounds a bit more professional. Yeah. So it's good to have you all here. It's good to have you all here. Thank you guys for coming. Really, really do appreciate you guys coming. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Many, many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.